But more often than not, you're just going to get knocked backwards or something and have to try again. When I first played this game, I got stuck in one of those like 3-4 times, getting hit by the stupid thing before I was finally able to take him out. Now I'm doing a little bit of backtracking. I got to go way back to one of the further floors. This game has a lot of backtracking. You go one way and get one thing, got to go all the way back and get another. There's no warps or shortcuts or anything like that. If you die, like you saw a minute ago, you start back in this at the beginning of the room you were in. So dying is not a good idea. I just took out a red eyeball thing with my Deweytron since he was standing right by the stairs. That doesn't happen too often. The way I'm going right now, I'm going to wind up getting the weapon that arches, which is going to be very useful against those stupid things. As I just went down some stairs and left and right. It's really confusing if you don't know where you're going. And the stairwells can be maneuvered so fast if there's no enemies around that you can easily get lost. Now here we have the library, which has more soothing music, I guess you would say. I don't know, because it's a library setting. And we fight a skeleton that looks like a stick figure thing. You couldn't really see him because he was behind the bookshelf. And once we're through with him, we get the fifth weapon in the game, the digester ray. I have no idea what this weapon was meant for or what exactly it is, but this weapon does arc, so I'm able to hit those stupid little red things, which I'll do as soon as it shows itself. Hi, bat. More bats, yay. See, you can just walk right under them. You don't even need to bother with them. Of course, if you're slow on the stairs, they will get you. So you gotta be quick. Now these bats I'm gonna take out because since Spike is wearing the spring shoes, I can actually get hit by that lower bat. I'm gonna take these ones out too because there's a bat that can hit me, the one that's lowest there. Come on. There we go. And now I can just walk under them. I could have switched to the other sneakers, but it was more fun to take the bat out. Walk up the stairs, switching back to the spinal zap and taking out that green alien there. And this way I can take out any other big eyeballs, which are surely... Yep, here we go. See how he's guarding the stairs? That time I was able to get by him and sort of get knocked the right way, so it was okay. As I'm sure you've noticed, the eyeballs are now throwing stuff at me. And they will do that as you get further on in the game. I don't know if they're completely different eyeballs or if they've just sort of advanced a little. Who knows? Here we are in this blue hall. Take that. And now we're actually in a quiet room. It's an office of some sort. I guess it's the principal's office. I don't know. I guess it is because you can hear the sound of a school bell emanating from this green clock here. Now you actually have to put the sneakers on and hit this clock with a baseball bat, because if you don't, you can't get into a door in this green area that we're going to be coming up to. I'm not sure how you would know that. If it's your first time playing, I guess maybe if you saw the green area and then thought, oh wait, that clock was green, let's go hit it. I don't know. Or maybe you just think to hit the clock. I know I did. Now that right there, that was our first boss, I guess you could call it. The Grim Reaper. He was a really childish looking Grim Reaper, and he had a sickle instead of the scythe, which he drops, and that becomes the 6th weapon of the game. The sickle is a very close combat weapon. It's useful against a couple enemies. I'm not really sure how well it does against the eyeballs, but I'm sure we'll find out. It's mostly useful against these plant enemies we'll be seeing in the near future. So now that I got the sickle, it's that time again. Gotta backtrack all the way back to close to the beginning of the game, and since Spike walks just so slow, it's going to take a few minutes. Here we have an eyeball guarding the stairs. Oops, see, he just knocked me back down, but thankfully I was able to take him out too. So now, just got to keep walking down to school. Makes you wonder just why they built this school this big. I mean, the population must be over 3,000 students. The high school I went to was about that, and it wasn't nearly this big. I don't know. Nor was it filled with bats and zombies and stuff. Of course, nobody was stupid enough to take a skull to the anatomy teacher. Actually, I'm not even... Yeah, we did have anatomy at high school. Because I knew we had science and stuff. Anyway, just took out another little eyeball thing. Gonna switch back to the spinal zap because I got a feeling there's an eyeball coming up. Yep, there he is. I guess it was a different enemy, since that one didn't shoot anything at me. Gonna jump over these boxes here, as somebody else must be moving. I don't know. Whoop. Down we go. Darn it. That worked. Oh no, wait. Take that. The good thing is, each room is numbered differently, so if you get knocked somewhere and aren't sure you're in the way you're supposed to go, just go back into the room you just came from, and try again. That's like one of the one good things. Of course, the numbering system is kind of weird. I just went from 13 to 29. I'm really not sure how that worked. I guess maybe the upstairs ones are 2, and the downstairs ones are 1. I don't know. But then again, how would you explain the ones on the very bottom floor? And there, I just went up the stairs again, and now I'm at 430. That makes a little sense, I guess. I went up from 29 to 30. It'll hurt your head trying to figure it out, that's for sure. Take out another little red guy. Thank God for this thing. Okay, now here we have the first area where we actually have to use the suction cups. And the floor there, as you can see, is lined with spikes. So I'm just going to walk along the ceiling with my trusty suction cups. Kids, don't try this at home by tying plungers to your legs or something. It doesn't work. It just makes you look stupid and you'll wind up getting hurt. So don't try it. You can, however, stick a plunger on and off the wall and make that funny sucking noise when you pull it off. Drive your parents nuts. Now, that janitor outside, he didn't hit me, and he won't hit you as long as you leave him alone. Now, I just took out a music teacher and a note, which I guess could be mini-bosses or something, as we pass through the music room. Now, here we are in chemistry, and I'm not sure why there's a plant in chemistry. But this is what the sickle is good for. It takes these guys out in 2 hits. Since sickles are used in gardening, makes a little bit of sense. And now you can sort of see that bottle that looks different from the other ones on that shelf. And that, of all things, is embalming fluid. No idea what a chemistry class would be doing with embalming fluid. I guess it's used in some sort of chemistry experiment. I never had it. Then again, I never had chemistry. I had physical science, or whatever it was called. But now with that, we can backtrack again, go past that janitor who looks like he sort of looks like a Toad from Bucky O'Hare. And he's pushing a big broom. So now we're going to walk along the spikes here. And these spikes are just as deadly as the ones in Mega Man. They won't kill you instantly, but they hit you and you hop a little bit, and it's pretty much impossible to get off them. And you'll just wind up hopping up and on. You'll just keep hopping on them until your life is depleted and you die. So if you can avoid it, don't land in the spikes. Now the suction cups, you may think are a nice way to avoid enemies, and sometimes it works, but that puts you prone to get hit by bats. So you can try to shoot them, but you'll also wind up getting hit by the eyeballs when they jump. So it's better to just walk along the floor, even if it's annoying, like in a room with all these boxes. Come on, you stupid bat. Gotcha. Some weapons are good against multiple enemies. Like this weapon here, it works against the bats, as does, what was the other one? The spinal zap may have worked on him, I'm not sure. This game has some of the craziest weapons I've ever seen. I mean, sure, there are some games where you get a taser, but it's never called a spinal zap. Or, I've never had a wet towel that I can hit people with. Kind of ingenious, really. So now we're back in room 12, or hallway 12, I guess. Going up the stairs to room... I guess that's... yeah, it's a 16. Or wait, maybe is that an 8? I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell there. Okay, I guess it was 18, because now we're at 19. I'm gonna walk by another bat. Past these stairs, and here is the green hallway I was talking about earlier. If I didn't smash that clock, I wouldn't be able to go into this door up ahead. I'm not really sure why that works, but it just does. The music got all quiet, indicating I guess something is going to happen. We'll see. Past another door. Not that, no, we want this one. And now we're in the cafeteria where we get another weapon of the game. This, I guess, is 6 or 7. And it's a sandwich. That's right, a sandwich. We're starting food fights here with zombies, taking them out with sandwiches. It's actually a decent weapon, as it has decent range and an arc, so you can actually take out the stupid eyeballs. Little ones on the floor. Like that. And this time they're wearing chef's hats as we're running through the cafeteria. And there's another one wearing an even bigger chef's hat. And now we have to avoid a killer stove. And I'm not sure how I'm supposed to get past that thing. It's like a giant egg beater or something. It's a really crazy kitchen. And I just got a golden apple, which completely restored my health. And I guess it's needed to